Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Heard a commercial on the radio today about Black Friday shopping, and I thought I was hallucinating. I didn't realize that Thanksgiving is just around the corner. It's kind of early to be talking about it, really. I'm recording this early September, and I hadn't participated in Black Friday shopping for a long time myself. I still remember the last time. Didn't buy anything, but I kind of participated in it. What had happened was the year was 2019, and I thought I was going to get married soon. I had hit it off with a girl that I had met at while playing board games. Believe it or not, I was writing AI for various games at the time, and so I went to a couple board game events. And I thought that was the end of my single life as I knew it. The whole year of 2019 was spent doing all the final things I wanted to do alone. Before that, I actually gave that phase of my life a little bit of a nickname at the time. I called it my single life grand finale. My inspiration was the Cassini grand finale. The Cassini mission had ended it in a very spectacular way, and so I spent that year uh, going to all my favorite vacation haunts, doing all the things I wanted to do alone, including traveling to. I was living in Seattle, Washington, and I went to Ellensburg, Washington during the Thanksgiving weekend, and that's where I went Black Friday shopping, and didn't really buy anything. I was programming AI for various board games, and I was curious about what kind of board games would be released, but I didn't have a whole lot of space. So I went to the store and kind of took pictures and read about them, and just to get an idea for what to program next. Now, I went to among other places, I went to a department store in Ellensburg, Washington, and I, a lot of people waited outside the door before they opened, just as usual, and that was kind of fun to mingle with so many people. Now, a few months after that, COVID broke out, and I spent a lot of time in Ellensburg as well because Ellensburg was a little bit looser about the lockdown restrictions, and I really needed those social interactions. I took some time away from my girlfriend because she lived with her parents and grandparents, higher risk people. I think, uh, forget which one, but one of her parents had a few high risk factors. And we spent some time apart, and I went to Ellensburg, and I went back to that same department store, and we were buying toilet paper, sanitizer, bottled water, and all the other fun stuff. And I remember telling the cashier there, gee, just a few months ago I was here for Black Friday, and now we're shopping for this. And it was just a really solemn feeling on how fast life had changed. And so, long story short, during the time we were apart, we realized we weren't for each other, and so it's also this Black Friday also becomes really solemn because it's like history all over again. 6 years later, once again, the end of my single life as I know it. You guys know what happened. I was at my grandmother's funeral in Taiwan 8 months ago when I met somebody really special in my life. Now, funny thing is that I really like it when I'm back home in the United States and we're chatting online because I get to think before I speak, right? A lot of times when something weird comes up, even not just even in my romantic life, but at the workplace, I respond to work emails beautifully because I get to think and I get to sometimes if it gets tricky, I get to even discuss with somebody, right? But more importantly, I get time. I get to go have a meal and sit on it, sleep on it, dream about it, and so I don't feel pressured, right? You ever, for example, when I went to go buy my car, I recently had to replace a car. I had to sit across the table from a dealer, right? I really missed it when we were shopping for cars online. There's a lot of back and forth emails, and I could think about it. I could research it, right? Imagine sitting across the table from a dealer. Oh, I want to go read about it. Like for example, uh, I really loved when we were one time I was negotiating at a job interview. It was remote, and so I wanted to research how much the job I should ask for in terms of pay, and I pretended that the internet was cutting in and out so I could actually do some research about it. Can't really do that. How much would you like to be making? Oh, I want to go actually do some research. It doesn't really flow as well, right? I guess you could, but it doesn't really flow as well, right? So I'm a little bit nervous when I finally do make that final move to Taiwan, or when she moves to the U.S., right? Or when we both move somewhere. I'm a little bit nervous how that's going to play out because when I review the conversations I've had with her online, we mostly use Instagram. When I review those conversations, I realize you can, those in the conversation on Instagram has timestamps on it. And I look at it, gee, I spent 8 minutes on that one, 5 minutes on that response, and I realize in real life I might not even have 5 seconds. Right. And in between those, some of them I actually did some research before responding. Even if I didn't, just the fact that I had those extra minutes, right? That scares me. Right. I need to get better at that. I'm trying to make it a rule that, right now I'm spending 5 minutes for maybe in the future go for 2 minutes. Right. I'm trying to improve on that. Right. And rely on Google a little bit less for my responses. Right. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.